Hello and good afternoon. We are looking at some scattered showers now moving into the Houston area. The good news, though, is that temperatures are still above freezing. So you're going to have to not only look at the possibility for some slick roadways and some possible blinding rain in some locations. The good news is that we're not looking at those freezing temperatures as of now when it comes to our winter timeline. So we're still looking at that cold rain. Temps are above 40 degrees. You might want to be off the road as the sun does set as the sun sets later on this afternoon, because we very well could see some of those temperatures get to about freezing for our northern areas across maybe College Station, maybe Montgomery County, Conroe, the Woodlands, Magnolia. And then looking at the 12 p.m. Sunday, that's when the drizzling is going to end. We do have the potential for those overnight lows to drop into the 20s with wind chills to be in the teens as we go into tomorrow. So looking at the conditions, freezing rain overnight into Sunday. Temps may stay below freezing into Monday, with travel is not really recommended, especially north of Houston, heading into tomorrow. So the coldest conditions are going to be Monday morning with those wind chills in the teens, but we do have additional rounds of showers expected later on this evening, as those temperatures are going to be in the 30s for us here across town. So the National Weather Service had extended the winter storm warning to include inland Brazoria and inland Matagorda counties. That's going to be until 6 p.m. on Sunday. Expect the ice accumulations and the dangerous bridges and overpasses to still be at risk here. However, we are seeing somewhat slight changes when it comes to the ice accumulations. It's looking likely that we're going to see more of an increased risk for those ice accumulations north of downtown Houston, maybe north of I-10 corridor, maybe from Katy, north and west in Houston are going to see more of that ice threat. Areas closer to the coast, the Gulf Coast, we're going to see warmer conditions, and we might be above freezing, especially out in Galveston. But significant icing is expected for areas along for Polk, San Jacinto, and Liberty counties. Polk, San Jacinto, and Walker counties, excuse me, not Liberty County. We are expecting that to see more of the thicker ice accumulations on those surfaces. Extreme cold warning is going to be in place for much of the morning on Monday, but looking at our future track, we are looking at temperatures to be mostly chilly, cold throughout the day, but once we get closer towards 11 p.m. tonight, we will start seeing those freezing temperatures start trickling in for our northern area. So any rain that is falling will start freezing over and switching over to freezing rain or some possible sleet in some of those locations. And so as we get closer towards 1:30, 2 o'clock, it's likely that we're going to get to about freezing out at Bush Airport. And we are expecting more of those conditions to start icing over for areas north of I-10. Keep in mind, and I said this before, that 32 degrees is that magic number that we have to really see before we start seeing any ice accumulation. So if we are just 1 degree above 32, that's not freezing. We're not going to see any ice. And that is their model is showing that we could still remain at above freezing out at Hobby Airport, even Galveston and areas along the coastal areas out towards Angleton. And so more likely for the ice threat north of I-10 from downtown Houston and all areas northward. That does include Tomball, the Woodlands, Conroe, Huntsville, College Station, Brenham, Klein, Spring, naming some neighborhoods there. Summerwood neighborhood out in Humble, you are included as well. But we are expecting those conditions to remain mostly cold for today, but the ice accumulations are trending a little downward. That's the latest that we've seen in our change in our forecast. We're about 1/10 of an inch. We are about 0.01 inches. This is north of Houston. Northern Harris County likely could see more of that ice, but we could get up to about 1/4 of an inch from Huntsville to Lufkin, that's where the winter storm warning is currently issued. So it only takes a trace of ice, a thin layer sheet of ice, to cause dangerous travel on those roadways, those bridges, those overpasses. And just keep in mind, as a reminder, all freeways, all major freeways here in Houston, rise above the ground at some point, no matter where you're on it. So definitely keep in mind that we are expecting those conditions to remain mostly just chilly throughout the day, but it's going to be tomorrow is when we're expecting to see more so of the ice threat for Sunday. So traveling not recommended as the sun sets, after the sun sets later on tonight. You might want to be where you're going to be for the next 24 hours because we could see some problematic conditions, especially as we head into Monday. I'm going to go ahead and back this graphic up just a little bit here so we can see those wind chill values for early Monday morning. But as we head into 6:30, we will see it feel like the teens as we head into the overnight hours, but we are expecting single digit feels like temps. So wind chill factors about 2 degrees, feeling like 2 degrees out at College Station, out at Brenham. And so Monday morning, you want to dress in layers as we head out the door for Monday if you are heading out the door. But we're going to rebound back into the 60s by the middle of the week, and we will see mostly warmer conditions. As far as your 7-day forecast, weather impact alert will be in place, and through Monday, we will see high temps to continue the fall throughout the day. We're also looking at passing showers. We could see maybe a storm or two. I think for the most part, we're going to see some moderate to heavy rain here and there, but we do have additional rounds of rain expected later on tonight, and that's when we're expecting to see overnight tonight when those temps drop to about freezing. That's when we could start switching over to that freezing precipitation for us here across southeast Texas. Like I said, north of downtown Houston and all areas along I-45, even I-69. And then Monday we are in for a hard freeze, which is when you're going to want to have those pipes wrapped. You want to make sure that those necessary winterization efforts are done around your home by Monday morning, because we are expecting some temperatures in the teens and then eventually warming up into the 40s. So we're going to be above freezing quite fast heading into Monday afternoon. And then by Tuesday and Wednesday, we are expecting it to warm back up into the 60s. But for the next 7 days, we are expecting those overnight lows to be pretty cold out there, feeling much like winter. And we are expecting it to remain mostly chilly and jacket weather, sweater weather especially. I think we're going to see jacket weather, not really sweater weather, because sweater weather you really need more of a thicker jacket if you are going to be out in these elements. But for the most part right now, we're looking at above freezing temperatures here across Houston. I know I've received some viewer comments that a lot of folks are coming into Houston to catch cruise ships leaving out of Galveston. And if you are watching me and you are taking a cruise out of Galveston, you are in good standing in terms of any type of freezing temperatures. 45 is moving quite smoothly. The only thing that you're going to have to really keep an eye on is passing showers, and it doesn't take much to cause an accident on 45, as we all know, for us here across the Houston area. But we are above freezing out in Galveston. We're at 49 degrees. The Gulf does a great job at keeping Galveston warm, but Bush Airport at 41, Brenham at 36, Tomball 39, Pearland at 45. So we're starting to see those 30-degree temps starting to trickle in for areas north of downtown Houston, and we are just about 41 degrees. So before you know it, I give it an hour or two when we'll be falling into the 30s here across the Houston area. But as we take a look at what we're expecting to see, there's Galveston. Mostly calm right now. We have a little bit of breezy conditions out looking towards Pleasure Pier. Temperatures at 49 degrees in Galveston. You don't have to worry about the causeway being frozen over right now. And it's looking more likely that for areas along the coast, I don't think we're going to even look at possible ice accumulation. There's a bit of a lower risk for ice accumulations in the Galveston area. The Gulf does a great job at keeping things a little bit warm, and it's likely going to keep things above freezing for Galveston as we head into the next 12 hours. So you're in good standing if you are coming into Houston and watching us from afar. And if you do have to catch a cruise ships, I know those cruise ships are leaving here shortly, I think in the next hour or two. But we are expecting to see those conditions remain mostly just cold and wet and rainy for today. But other areas across Texas, we are tracking what's happening across the Lone Star State, as we are going to be tracking the winter weather situation for us here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what's going on here across Texas, as areas north of town are looking at some wintry weather, some wintry precipitation that's now in place for portions of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. This is what we're looking at across Texas, and where you see, of course, the blue colors, that's snow. The purple colors that you see here, that's the rain switching over to the wintry mix, a sleet ice mixture. That's what we're seeing right now, and it's looking more likely that we still have a large swath of this system to continue sweeping into Texas, and that's going to bring us even more chances for the precipitation, more chances for the rainfall for later on this evening for us here across the Houston area. And so definitely be on the lookout for that as we go into tonight and into tomorrow morning. That's tomorrow morning, and Sunday is going to be the day that we're going to have that primary threat for travel for areas north of downtown Houston. That's the change in our forecast. So 7-day forecast, weather impact alert lasting through Monday, and we'll be rebounding back up into the 60s by Wednesday afternoon, and it's going to be still pretty cold out there, especially in the morning hours, so you're going to want to keep those jackets handy at least for the next 7 days. Make sure to keep those phones charged so you can get access to our notifications on the KHU 11 app. We are giving you hourly updates on the hour when it comes to the forecasting. We're being 100% transparent of what we're looking at when it comes to this winter storm as it's sweeping into Texas. We had a little minor change that what I just mentioned when it comes to the forecast, more so north of downtown Houston is going to see more of the ice accumulations, but we are keeping you up to date every hour on the hour, and make sure to tune in later on at 2 p.m. for our next update. Have a great rest of your day and bundle up out there and stay safe.